So I was browsing Twitter as one does, and I was looking at what people are talking about and what comments does Elon Musk receive on his posts, and talking about what the advertisers should really commit to, freedom of speech or political correctness and stuff like that. So one thing led to another, and I was trapped in some stupid conversation. Then I realized all of these libtards, all of these people who are taking a dump on Elon Musk and talk about Elon Musk's affiliation with China to make his Tesla cars and whatnot, and all of this stupid shit. And at the end of the day, I realized one thing. Libtards really don't give a damn about slavery. Libtards would never even consider the Civil War. They would be in that war fighting to keep the slaves. And let me tell you why. By now, most of you probably know that Amazon, for example, treats their employees as slaves, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexual identity. Of course, if you have a complicated sexual identity, I'm pretty sure you will not work in the warehouse of Amazon.com or as a driver for Amazon. But this is the whole situation. Most of the employees on Amazon are either drivers on trucks or working in warehouses. In either way, they're not working in an office where the first 2 hours of the program of the day is yoga and having a coca mocha latticino, and then just checking some shit on a computer for 2 hours. They go home and complain that capitalism is such a fucking bullshit. No, most of these people are working in those warehouses and driving those cars, and they don't even get a break, like to take a shit or to piss. Those drivers had to piss in some special bottles while driving. And you know why? Do you want to know why? Because these libtards kept ordering shit from Amazon, like a new dildo or a pocket pussy or something else like that, to enhance their sexual experience. So some poor motherfuckers would have had to make the delivery possible. And I'm not talking about those people in the office who are always the vocal ones on social media and so forth. I'm talking about the people who actually do the work, and they are treated as slaves nonetheless. And they are slaves today. Do the liberals care about that? Have you seen a liberal fighting against Amazon? No, they clap and cheer when Jeff Bezos bought basically newspapers. Journalists supposed to be one of the country's great powers. Like, you have the judicial system, you have the legislative system and stuff like that, and journalism is somewhere there. Is that part of the system that's supposed to deliver information to the population, that is supposed to be unbiased, and so on and so forth. Jeff Bezos buy that, and he is applauded for it. In the meantime, Elon Musk buys Twitter, and he only promises more freedom of speech, not more censorship, and you throw shit at him like an angry monkey. But again, we're talking here about slavery in this day that happens, and you're supporting Jeff Bezos regardless of the fact that he treats his employees, his most important employees, I might add, as slaves. But you will still buy stuff from Amazon and make him more money because, God forbid, you have to get out of your house to buy your new dildo, right? It's easier to just stay at home and receive it. And I file a complaint if the package is 1 day late. Like, oh my God, you have wasted so much time. But that's just the point I'm trying to make. You wouldn't care if these people are treated as slaves. Dozens of thousands of people are treated as slaves. As long as their suffering brings you comfort, you are absolutely okay with it. You would give more money to Bezos himself as long as he keeps his service alive, because your packages get delivered so well. It's impossible to live without his services. That's the truth about liberals. That is the truth about their fight for reparations. Fight against slavery for them only matters as long as a political agenda is achieved. Most of these NPCs don't even understand the fact that they are part of a political propaganda machine. They're just doing what they're being told by their influencers. But in fact, their entire fight for equality and against racism and all of that is just a political tool. And as long as slavery and racism and all of that brings them comfort and makes their life easier, they do not give a flying fuck about it. And that's it. I'm gonna get some flack for this, but luckily I do not have enough viewers. Until next time, when it might be, I don't know, maybe next year, goodbye.
Amazon workers of Reddit. Amazon is on record as being dehumanizing to work for and for treating employees very poorly. What are some examples of this? I don't work there anymore, but I worked there in 2017. For about 9 months. I was a stower. It was the worst job I ever had. I would come into work, grab my scanner and spend 10 hours walking through a huge metal library of bins, scanning item after item after item. You were not allowed to talk to anyone. You are always timed. Your scanner would have a timer on it saying you have to scan 10 items a minute or you would get taught. Time off task enough of that and you get fired. Everyone has their heads down. It was so depressing. Management didn't know you or care about you. I would go home crying every night. Finally I got fired because I went to the bathroom and got too much tot. Yes, going to the bathroom costs tot. That's the only time I've been fired. I cried of joy that day. Getting fired from Amazon for not meeting rate was probably the best thing to ever happen to me.